Okay, I'm back. This is like part 2 of my video. So we were going around the pumpkin. We're going to make 5 lines going down on the pumpkin to get that pumpkin look. So I'm going to, and I ended up choosing wire, the fish wire instead of the yarn because my large needle had bent and broke, so I had to switch needles. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the bottom, and this is kind of nice because you can't see the wire at all. I'm going to shape that so it's starting to get its shape. And I'm going to go through one more here. And I'm getting my needle as close to the top of the pumpkin as possible. And then I'm going to pull tightly. And then we're going to have our little pumpkin shapes around it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot at the top with this wire so it holds. Okay, so there's our pumpkin. I'm going to go ahead and trim this excess off. Alright, now to make the stem at the top, I've got my hot glue gun going. Here is my nautical rope from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to glue on the top at the bottom here. And then I'm going to start wrapping my rope around. And I'm going to glue as I go. And most of these things you get to do this, except for the old sweater, you can get at Dollar Tree or Dollar General. And even if you don't have a sweater, you can go to the thrift store and get one for probably around $5 or less. This is like the 4th pumpkin I've made out of that one sweater, and I still have enough fabric to probably make at least 2 to 3 more. And I'm going to continue winding this. Until I have this stem done. It's starting to take shape. You can see that so far. Okay, we need a little more glue in the glue gun. There we go. And now I'm going to cover up the center part so we don't see the fabric of the sweater or the knit. Oh, hang on, I've got another customer. Good morning. Good. What brings you in today? Okay, so we just sold a couple bottles of 1,000 milligrams CBD oil. All right, what were we? We were ratcheting. Hi, Tammy. Hey, Pam. All right, so it's going to close up the top of this so we don't see the sweater. And then I'm going to cut off my rope here, like that. A little more hot glue, and just kind of press and hold. A little bit more glue there. So I made a bunch of these for the store yesterday, and I made one last night to take home. And it's sitting on the countertop next to some other pumpkins, and it looks really cute. So there we go so far. Again, I used fish wire instead of yarn. You can use yarn. Like I did in this one, there's some yarn on here. Or you can use a decorative yarn, which I was going to use, but my needle was broke, my large needle, and you need a really large needle for the yarn. But I ended up just using wire. This one's a little smaller than the one I made yesterday because I was using the rest of this arm. Okay, and now what's left is just doing some decorating. Got my raffia. I'm just going to cut some pieces out of here. Doesn't matter the length. I like them different lengths because I like it to kind of look messy. So there's your raffia. I'm just going to tie this around the pumpkin. You can even put a bow on this if you like. A cute little black buffalo check bow would look good on this also. I'm going to tie a knot. Kind of like that little messy look. I was going to use these, but since this is a smaller pumpkin, these would have looked really cute if these were smaller, but I'm going to save this for a larger pumpkin that I'm going to make. So I've got my leaves that I got at the Dollar Tree. Hey, Cindy. From the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this on my pumpkin. Do one right here. Pretty cute so far. And then maybe another one. Next to it. So here you have it. I made another little pumpkin. You can make them in different sizes. And here's the sweater. Okay, so I only have used the arms so far, and I'm going to make some larger pumpkins using the bottom part of the sweater, and I can probably get at least 3 good-sized pumpkins from the bottom of the sweater. And then I'll just sit these out in a little group all together with all the different sizes. And then you can get these over at Hobby Lobby. They're 50% off this week, and on the larger pumpkins, I think these are going to look really cute on the top. Also, some of these leaves I purchased at Hobby Lobby for 50% off. I use these to decorate a fall lantern. I'll show you guys that in a few days. I'm working on my YouTube channel to show all my home decorating DIYs, but I'm having a little trouble with my laptop right now, so we're working on that to get my camera to work on my laptop. If you want to add a little bit of lace on these, pretty little bow also would look really pretty. I just think a really cute little bow would look good on there also. So there's all different ways you can decorate your pumpkins. This one's nice because it has the beans in the bottom, so it's going to sit real nice. These don't have the beans, but this one is really, really stuffed a lot, so it sits really cute too. Well, hope you enjoyed my DIY today on making pumpkins out of sweaters. There's only one other thing I will show you, and I'll probably do a video on this, of just taking fabric like I did yesterday, which is a little bit different. You either have to have a sewing machine or you have to sew some seams, but you can also make them out of any type of fabric that you have on hand too. All right, back to work at the store. Somebody's got to make some money.